April 13th, and this past week I got to go on 2 artifact hunts, a short distance from where I live, one with my friend Barry Gillalberg and the other by myself, and I found over 50 artifacts, but I picked out some of the most interesting pieces to show you today. This is one of the nicest small CELTS that I've ever found. You can see they very carefully brought it down here to the cutting bit. It was ground down, and then back here they attempted to grind it down, but a little flaw in the stone prevented them from doing too much there. Also on the side you can see how it was ground down into its shape. You can see these striations and marks there. But I don't think you can see this on the video, unfortunately. Oh, there, maybe you can. This little celt has millions of gold flecks in it. Literally, well, maybe not millions, but thousands of tiny gold specks in it, making it a beautiful, beautiful stone piece that I'm sure the individual who created it probably treasured it. So that was a unique and quite fascinating find. Very pleased with that. Next up is this stone hatchet. It is notched. That is modified on both sides, or it would have been attached to a handle. It has been narrowed down, or beveled down, if you will, to a sharp cutting edge. Just a very nice little axe form. Interestingly, though, is it has 2 fossils on each side, fossil corals, and so I think it would have made it a very unique piece for the person who owned it and created it. Here is an awesome stemmed knife that measures almost 4 inches long. The tip is broken off where it would have been over 4 inches, but it is a stemmed knife, so it would have been hefted onto a handle. The sharp cutting blade, as you can see, is pressure flaked all along its length, making it sharper for cutting. Very nice piece of waxy chert. Awesome, awesome stone knife, and a very big stone knife. Here's a second stone knife, smaller. This is about 2.5 inches. It has that made out of the same type of chert, but it also has that the edge, which is pressure flaked to enhance the cutting ability. Just another really nice piece of chert, another really nice stone knife. Stone drills are a common find on archaeological sites. This one is kind of interesting due to its size. The bit obviously is broken off. You can see the 2 notches here where it was the stone was worked into to bring it down and form the notch. This is a key type drill bit. The Indians used them in a bow drill, and it is huge. It's 2 inches across, and they're usually very, very small. So this was an unusual find, and this is made of a great. Here's another chert artifact. This one rather chunky. It's a hefty piece. It was actually a core that pieces were struck off from to make other tools, but then it was modified. This notch put into it, very, very sharp notch, and I find these often, but smaller and not quite so bulky. This was used to work on probably wooden shafts, like for arrows, or it could have also been used in preparing the raw product for basket making. So a very cool device, but again, it's rather uncommon in its size and chunk. Here we have a woodworking gouge, again made out of gray chert. It has been brought down to a small, yet a small cutting edge. The pressure would have been applied down, like with a regular gouge, down and out, and that edge is pressure flaked to enhance its sharpness. And I've found other pieces like this on archaeological sites, but each and every one is different in how it was created and made. Very nice, very unique piece, very nice find. Here's another wood gouge, longer than the other. and it had, you know, had bulk to it for good handhold, so you could put pressure down, bearing down on it. But this is the gouge edge, very, very sharp gouge edge. And as with the other one, you would press down, scoop out, same as you would do with a wood gouge today. So another very interesting and unusual piece that I found this week. And over here, how about a ground hammerstone? If you look down this, you can see where they've thinned it here and here, and very obviously been used on both ends for hammering, and it would quite be attached into a handle, kind of thusly. Actually, this side up, I believe, but anyways, attached like that, and then used for hammering. So I found a lot of grooved pieces like this at this particular site, made exactly in the same way. So a really interesting small piece. This is probably one of the more crude items I found over there this week. It is made out of the gray chert, as you can see on the side. It's a flake of waste product from the production of the tools. However, it was used as a cutting device also. This edge was pressure flaked to make it. That was the only thing done to it to modify it. The white surface is part of the outer cortex of the tabular layered chert. If you've watched very long any of my videos, you'll know that there is tabular chert, and then there is nodular chert, which is in a ball shape, and you can usually see the ring concretions or the ring formations in it that indicate that that's what it is, made from nodular chert. But I really like this piece because of the crudeness and primitiveness of it. That the Indians were very adept at taking almost anything and making it into a functional item. This piece is very problematical, and I say that because it really, at first glance, it looks like a piece of chert flint that had nothing done to it, but in closer examination, this edge is brought down to a bevel, and again it's pressure flaked to sharpen it. I have no clue, other than perhaps woodworking, what this would have been used for. So an interesting piece, but again not real clear on what it was used for. So that is what I found this week. And I put my favorite piece is that little celt that I showed you in the beginning. I found a lot of celts, but this one really, to me, is an absolute beauty. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video and taking a look at a few of these things. Probably next week I'll be back with another video on Indian artifacts, Native American Indian artifacts that I find really prolifically on the surface at 2 locations. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching, and God bless, and have a wonderful day.